In a whirlwind of uncertainty, global equities faced a dramatic plunge, reminiscent of historical downturns. Investors watched in disbelief as news broke of a potential 50% tariff on Chinese goods, a threat that reverberated through financial corridors. The alarming proclamation from a senior figure sent shockwaves across markets, triggering a wave of panic sell-offs. This sharp reaction led the S&P 500 to plummet over 10% in just 2 days, marking one of its most significant declines in decades. It was an unsettling echo of the past, a vivid illustration of how swiftly fortunes can reverse in the world of finance. As traders frantically adjusted their positions, the atmosphere became charged with a sense of impending instability. This sell-off was not just a statistical fluke. It signified a deeper undercurrent of fear regarding future economic prospects. The once stable landscape of global trade now looked fragile as the specter of tariffs loomed large. In Asia and Europe, markets opened to cautious optimism, showing modest gains that provided a glimmer of hope for investors weary from the shock. Yet the question lingered: was this merely a temporary respite before the storm resumed? This volatility opened discussions about long-term economic implications. Drawing parallels to prophetic texts, some analysts began to reference the black horse of Revelation 6, symbolizing famine and economic hardship. Such imagery reflects the anxieties tied to trade wars and inflationary pressures that loom on the horizon, raising concerns about potential scarcity. As nations strategize their responses, the impending challenge appears daunting. How will economies navigate the choppy waters of retaliatory tariffs and shifting alliances? The atmosphere carries an uneasy mix of dread and resolve as markets brace for the possibility of extended turmoil. In the face of these developments, it's crucial for investors to remain vigilant and informed. Understanding the underlying factors driving the market is vital to making strategic decisions. The potential for a rebound, while promising, requires cautious optimism. As the dust settles from the recent sell-off, attention must shift to long-term solutions that can stabilize economies and enact positive change. Navigating uncharted waters in a landscape rife with volatility calls for astute judgment, adaptive strategies, and above all, patience as markets strive to find their footing once again.